Hello and welcome everybody back to the League of Ungentlemanly Warfare, and we are continuing with our big Anno 1800 Let's Play. There's just one little thing that I want to notify you beforehand, because apparently with one of the last updates or whatever, the game decided to reset all the tutorial hints besides...
Fire runs wild. Fight this
there you can see it.
fast.
Yeah, fire, and the fire, great tutorial.
Might
Goodbye.
sparring bring your folk?
I deactivated tutorials at the beginning of the series, but apparently the game thinks it's more intelligent than me and decided that I need so much help because I'm definitely going bankrupt with my 158 million on my bank account. Well. Well, yeah, that is going to be a bit of a nuisance, but something that won't bother us for that long. And yeah, we can just continue with our game. So, we now got electricity here with the engineers. They got
You share my own curiosity.
They got most of the wares that they need. What I'm aiming for to do in this episode is the light bulb production. And maybe... nah, I don't want pocket watches yet. Also, the people have it good, as we can see. Happiness plus 53. Those are some great values.
I do need to simplify my instructions for the workers, lest they find another reason.
You do need to shut up, lady. But yeah, happiness is not really an issue in this district, so that is very good. In the meantime...
The fire left ruins behind.
Yeah, good. Here,
Your
problem
city
solved.
has grown more beautiful.
I will never understand why a game like Anno 1800 demands so much micromanagement to solve issues. At least me personally, I am playing these games for not having to deal with any micromanagement at all. Okay, so we need to be a bit careful about the amount of influence that we are using for our airships, but I'm also going to add a few new traders. Yeah, I want to Cape Trelawny here. Sometimes I feel like the positions of these entries is being changed. Though I hope that is totally wrong. So, we need light bulb production. That is also something that the Queen demands from us. For that we need coal and glass.
When I look into your people's faces, I see trouble.
When I look into your face, I see how much you annoy me. Seriously, I only see distraction. Here,
Don't
goodbye.
blame yourself.
I don't blame nobody. I just want to get rid of you. Sheesh. Sometimes I fear I have to insult that guy more than Guy for Cuss in Anno 1404. And that brings me to another topic that I definitely want to talk about with you. So, you guys may have noticed there's an Anno history collection coming. And well... what can I say? I'm so much going to get it, and there's also something else that you might actually be happy about to hear.
Game saved.
Because the return of Anno 1404 with a fixed memory leak, because they switched the engine to 64 bits, means, of course, I can finally redo or continue the Imperator scenario of Anno 1404. And I know that a lot of you people have been very sad that I had to break it up due to technical issues. But yeah, that is now something that we can definitely do now. So, quartz, we need one more, okay. Here, have your quartz. Now, I want to know from Little Wallet, how many light bulbs do we need? We need 1 per minute. That is way too easy. I mean, sure, if we are already going for one of these factories. Okay, so here we get glassmakers and light bulb factories get a bonus. But unfortunately, not the filament factory. I mean, we get here basically 140% production versus 190% production. Means 1.9 per minute versus 1.4 per minute. That's not cool, actually. Now I have to do actual math in front of you. That is not cool. Okay, aside from that, we are also getting here productivity bonus. So it's 200 versus 150. Yeah, it would meet at 6, so... Oh, that is a lot to produce. So 3 of those and 4 of those. That will be a heavy overproduction, I can already say. But hey, it's alright. So those get again the bonuses.
The festival has ended. Your city has grown uglier.
Yeah, we will have a slight overproduction of glass. That is actually totally okay. Yeah, we can't fit 2 of them in there. But yeah, I hope you're also looking forward to playing Anno 1404 again. It also means that 1503 and 1602 have also been optimized, as well as 1701 for modern systems, meaning I can also dive into the campaign of 1701 again without it turning into a crash fest. So many possibilities.
We are missing all the elements to produce a reaction.
I know,
Game
darling. I also know that I need a lot of charcoal burners for what is going to happen here, because we don't have that many coal deposits. Which in return could actually work better if I have the item that makes these here also produce caoutchouc. Oh, yeah.
Awaiting course.
First, I need some more materials of basically everything.
Fleet awaiting orders.
When I look into your people's faces, I see trouble.
I think I already said something about it.
Lady Luck wasn't on our side.
Lady Luck can kiss my ass.
Heading set. Hovering. Maneuvering. Heading set.
The city has grown uglier.
It's an industry island. Do I really care about how the city looks?
We're in the presence of a virtuoso.
Game. Just let me play it. Please. Wait, if you improve them by electricity,
Airship.
does it mean it
Ship
runs them
constructed.
at 240%? Well, we will see, right?
I'm confident it's ready to go. You look as radiant as ever. Uncompromising journalism.
Okay, coal supplies, okay. Could need a third filament factory. That is why I love the statistics menu so much. Coal is okay. Glass is way more than just okay. As well as quartz.
Waiting course.
Okay, Darkness 2. You shall be Lightbulb 1. Time to give you a new identity.
Game saved.
Trade route, here.
The people celebrate
3,
your
4
leadership.
light bulbs. We assign the light bulb 1. Click to load.
The festival has ended.
I noticed that I might this influence when I'm back in the new world
Your city has grown uglier.
to produce more coffee.
The people celebrate your leadership.
I so much did not want to think about getting coffee again for the people.
I can see it. A brilliant metropolis rising here, from the memory of the victory my father masterminded. A shining new jewel in the crown of my empire.
Didn't we just notice over a quest that your father was an idiot? I mean, sure, lady, you can hold him in great esteem. But I don't think it would do you much favor. Yay, I could build 4 more. This looks still ugly as fuck, but hey, it works. It serves its purpose. Okay, we need coffee. Question is how much?
The people celebrate your leadership.
5, and we can be very sure that it will not stay with 5. So which island will be our next coffee island? I mean, here we already have an industry. Though we also have some space available. Ha. But here we can see already what coffee is doing to people. I don't want to use the city as a coffee production island. You could go here for another coffee. For another coffee island, but actually not that much building space available. And here is no coffee fertility. Here neither. This island already serves a different purpose. So I guess we will have to go for coffee production on this one. I did not want it. In worst case, I will even have to build a new subsidy here. There's also not a very good location for that. Yeah, I will build a new settlement here.
Altitude stable.
And I will use you, Halibut 3.
Game saved.
We're only just above the median.
There's so much I could focus on here. Yeah, they're already disliking that those are not available, but...
The place is magnetic.
But it could be worse, right? Once we got the first investors, we can go for more upgrades. there's still so much space left. One day we will also move all this industry away. And demolish our old capital. Which is also going to be interesting.
I need something to blunt my rage on.
It's all prepared. Can I interest you in this recently polished apple? It's important to be true to one.
Ooh, our airship is halfway there. And there we can see, even against the wind, it's so much quicker than the steamships.
Your ship has returned from its voyage.
Flight path plotted.
So where are we going? Where are we going to build a settlement? It might actually be quite huge.
On course.
Do you have any interesting items for us? Not really.
When I look into your people's faces, I see trouble.
Why are you giving me all the same quests again?
Heading set.
At that rate, the tutorial will never be finished.
Hovering.
Oh well. Okay, let's see if we have something in the old world that helps our coffee production. I need trade union items. Brick and concrete, cotton.
When I look into your people's faces, I see...
Okay, guys, if you're seeing this, if you know a way to deactivate this shit for real...
Lady Luck wasn't on our side.
I mean, I will now take a look at the options. For some reason it does not even match the background. Tutorial off. Thank you. And may you never appear again. God, I hate it when games do that.
The festival has ended.
Champagne cellar and rum distillery.
Your city has grown uglier.
And here now the big great item overview that is coming with the next DLC as an
Game
update.
saved.
Free for everyone, might be useful.
The festival has ended. Your city has grown uglier.
Also an item that we could put here into our oil production. I mean, build here, trade union, and then optimize that oil well. So that it gets to more than 1,000 production. But hey.
I hereby sentence you to not very hard labor. You broke the key off in the lock.
Altitude stable.
The festival has ended. Your city has grown uglier.
Light path plotted.
You reached a new
Ungentlemanly.
milestone.
Ah, our beautiful coffee and caoutchouc plantations.
Ready.
How thrilling! A renowned personage has arrived.
It's always interesting how the game manages to annoy me with positive messages. They are supposed to be positive!
A check copy? Oh, impeccable timing as uncompromising journalism.
Game saved.
Okay, that was a stupid idea in general. All this does not line up properly.
Hovering.
people celebrate your leadership.
And the people can still kiss my ass because I don't care. They can celebrate what they want, they can hate me for what they want, as long as they keep silent and let me just play the game.
We've been singing every night.
Yeah, in spite of you having no food whatsoever, well, as long as you're happy. In theory, one of these would be enough, but we all know about the theory.
The people celebrate your leadership.
That will be the supply corner.
No fields, no work.
Altitude stable.
At some point you've just built so much in the game that you can't just revamp everything. Seriously, for most of the stuff I would just wish to reorganize it, but that would take so much time. So much time. Yeah, it's unlikely I'm ever going to do that. Simply out of sheer laziness. Oh, you guys now have food? Nice. Now we will get you some ponchos. I wish we had so much more space available. How many ponchos do you need? 2 again.
Ready.
Game saved.
Ah, of course the beach doesn't let me build here.
We're in the presence of a virtuoso.
Yeah, and I'm in the presence of fuck up. Of shut up. Fuck you. Whatever. You know, mild language. Why can't they just put it normally in my inventory and just notify me? That's okay. No, I have to actively accept always the person that comes.
Awaiting course.
I feel young again.
That's nice for you that you feel young again.
I feel it reflects the times. We have taken to calling you the master. Among changes.
That means you feel young enough to be sent onto the plantation the entire day and work for me. Isn't that great? that should basically always be one of my absolute key points whenever someone is saying that they feel young and strong again. Send them onto a plantation. That means that they are capable of being useful.
An explosion in one of your factories.
Why am I even trying to play the game? And there's always something else requiring my attention for a second and ripping me out of a flow. Because, of course, I'm bickering here a lot, and the game still does a lot of things right. It's just... well, you know my gripes with games requiring too much micromanagement and always being distracting from... yeah, well, from actually being fun. Anno 1800 is a great deal of fun, but sometimes
The land has to be prepared first.
it's just too much, and it's again all these little stuff with, you have to repair that building, and there's a new notification. That actually has nothing to do with the core gameplay, it's just there to be annoying. And I can totally understand why the designers did it, yeah, it is just because to hinder the player on building the perfect city, there always has to be some room for improvement, stuff like that. But please, then give me, when something like that appears, something properly to do, like for example with the disasters in Anno 2205. Those were actually great in a design perspective. Because they gave me a great challenge each time. I can't believe that I just said something positive about Anno 15 or Anno 2205, but yeah. Not everything that the game did was wrong.
The festival has ended.
There actually were some great designs in
Your
there.
city has grown uglier.
And for some of them, I actually wish the developers had kept them. And this is just so infuriating for me because, well, the rest of Anno 1800 is just so great. It makes these small issues just appear so much more annoying because you just know that the team could have done it better.
Game saved.
Yeah, or give me something like an Anno 2070 where I was given the necessary means to remove these issues in the late game completely. Give me the option to create my own items that completely destroy the chance for fire. But no. The game, of course, decided against it. Which is just so sad. Seriously, that bit is already too much for you guys?
How thrilling! A renowned personage has arrived.
It's just, well... I have a chance of 24% of people spawning here. But again, I have to do it actively.
The land has to be prepared first.
Okay, so we have quite a bit of a raw production of coffee. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. That means we need to upgrade quite many of those.
Ready.
It will also be so great to have more commuter peers available here, well, in the new world. But no, unfortunately that is impossible. So that I have to build that many settlements.
On course.
Also, a design choice that is, in my opinion, from a
This
system
city is a
design...
magnet for genius.
You've got to be shitting me. Which is, of course, from a system design perspective,
Altitude stable.
something that is, again, logical.
Maneuvering.
But not realistic and,
The
well,
festival has ended.
especially in this case, super annoying.
Your city has grown uglier.
Light path plotted.
One final look. Looks doesn't indeed taste. It's important to be true to oneself.
And I already know it will be such a delight to play Anno 1404 again. Because there these issues simply don't exist. It has other issues, yeah, of course. But
This
again,
place
at least
is
those
full of spirit.
don't exist there.
I see. That's how he's done.
Props are spinning.
So, you want tortillas? How many do you need? One, of course, and we are of course providing that. We are actually giving you 2, aren't we generous? So time to prepare a tortilla corner for the island.
Now, here is a vital matter of Queen and... Ideally, one should keep one's promises.
I never promised you anything. Can't you accept that?
Game saved.
There's also something that annoys me a little bit. The writing in the game actually got worse compared to previous installments. Yeah, our little Archibald Blake is... well, he simply cannot compete with a Rufus Thorne or a Lord Richard Northburg or Northborough, depending on how you pronounce it. If it's more Scottish or English. Ah, fuck, it doesn't fit. Well, still. So, here you can now get your tortillas. Oh, and now you also want coffee.
Awaiting course.
But hey, as long as we get our first investors in this episode.
Altitude stable. Heading set.
I really love the graphics of the game. As I said, despite my rant for the last half of the episode, it has its merits. Otherwise, I would not play it for that long, especially now that we are... What episode is this? 86, 87? I have no idea. But yeah, I've never had a so long Let's Play series, and this is now going on for over a year. And still I come back, though I don't even have to. Still, I want to reach the next set of goals. That is of course the sign that a game is doing something right.
You reached a new milestone.
Okay, that should now do it. About coffee. Yeah, we are a little bit overproducing.
Ready.
We're in the presence of a virtuoso.
Facts hospital, stock loss +1, healing speed +70%. Isn't that great?
Saved.
And I wish we would one day see this big museum finished, but... influence?
Airship.
Okay, it's now time for a new trade route. Trade route. Coffee 1. Yeah, I can't select ships from here. How sad is that, please? And sorry, but I cannot answer your request right now. Because it's again a request that needs to be activated manually. Well, it's not like I'm going to do anything.
Right at you, in especially good humor.
Changes?
Hovering.
Really?
Okay, now of course we need to increase our loading capacity with coffee so that this ship can always transport around 200 tons. Question, how much do you have loaded? Okay, that is enough for 11 minutes upon arrival. Let's hope there will be available more when you come back, like 100 tons or something like that. Otherwise, we might run into issues. So, first investors in this city will mean more influence. Battle of Trelawny, there's still one item missing. I hope we will get that after the mother of all cities. That would only make sense that as soon as you have finished all the quests, that all the once the quests of the entire DLC are done, you have an entire set available.
Waiting course.
Elegant solution.
Hovering.
Ah, there was coffee delivery. Now that is going to be interesting. Yeah, the good old famous last percent. That way the game wants to check if we have a steady supply, not just 1 ton, then upgrade everything and then get rid of the resource again. Something that worked marvelously well in Anno 1503. It's just another testament of how much the game is actually thought through. So I'm pretty sure you guys want a members club.
We can move on this.
No, don't get the champagne and the cigars yet. We are not producing them. Oh great, she wants a World's Fair. Oh shit. Is that really the requirement you have, Your Majesty?
I have one last vision. A World's Fair sitting atop this magnificent metropolis.
Airship.
So I need you to go to the old world.
Hovering.
And you as well. To go collect the cement.
Not too shabby.
So, and they don't even need the school anymore. of a variety theater.
Your ship has returned from its voyage.
So here we can do some restructuring again.
The people celebrate your leadership.
Light path plotted. Dirigibbling.
Your ship has returned from its voyage.
Maneuvering.
Yeah, here we get our cement. And here we can see how much this ship overview is totally not worth it. Because the interface design of this game is wonky, to say the least. In some areas stellar, like for example the mass copying tool is great. The quick selection is great. That the UI can handle only one message at a time is utter bullshit.
This city is a magnet for genius.
Residents are provided with champagne.
Waiting course. Hovering.
One final look. You look as radiant as ever. It's important to be true to oneself.
So since we got the variety theater already over there, so that way we would lose influence over 2 buildings. But gain influence over 6.
Game saved. Your ship has returned from its voyage. Your ship has returned from its voyage.
Do you guys even need a university? They don't even need a university anymore.
You reward our art.
That means I can get rid of a university, making a bit more space available. So, and you can now take what you want, exactly. Ah, but they still need a university. Okay. Well then, here you have it. Do any of you still need a school? Nope.
You reach the limits of the possible.
I've no complaints.
Life is...
Okay then, so we need to get another building. Ah, got dunked. But well, we can rotate the building. And you would even have some space available for some decoration. Yeah, doesn't that look like a great investor district? It looks fantastic if you ask me. And that is why we are going to finish the episode at this point. But this could be a corner model. Well, that is... No, I have an idea. Bam, bam. Didn't I want you to be a corner model? Huh. Still. So. And yeah. Here it is, the first investor district. We can already see how we got more influence. That will help us a great deal.
I either eat the best, or I don't eat.
And, well, I hope you liked it, despite my little rant in between. If yes, as always, I would be very happy to see a thumbs up. It's always a great feedback for me. And if you have any feedback, questions, or whatever, and just type it down in the comments. And if you want to reach out directly to me, well, then you can still join our community Discord. I'm actually active there. Just make sure that you are not creeping around there, only reading messages, but also please discuss, bring some life into there. Discord lives from that. It's called social media, so let's make it social. You'll find an invitation link to the Discord in the video description down below. And well, if you want to get notified whenever I upload something new, feel free to make sure that you are subscribed to this channel and that your notifications are activated. And with that, I say goodbye, see you next time, bye bye.